Hey, how's it going? Robert here, coming at you with another Photoshop tutorial, this time on brushes. I'm going to show you some of the cool different features that you can do with your brushes. Now, most people probably know that you can, of course, select the brush tool here and choose the size, a hardness, and how you want it to look. Now, there's more to this than just this little window. All you have to do is go to Window, Brush, or hit F5, and you get your little brush preset window here. And what you can do here is really go into custom settings for adjusting your brushes. So I'm actually going to create a new document here real quick so we have something to work with. So let's go into the brush tip shape. I'm going to choose, let's go with a leaf here. So I have a leaf here, and you can see that if I just click once, it just stays there. Now if I click and drag, sort of mimicking this picture down here. I don't really want leaves overlapping each other. I don't know who does. You know, they create such a big mess, then you have to pick them all up at the same time and throw them away. So one thing you can do is here, this looks similar to over here. We have our size, we have our hardness, except in this case, since we're using just a regular maple leaf, we can't really adjust the hardness. And we also have these two things, adjusting the angle and the roundness and the spacing. Now what does this do? Spacing is actually going to space out these brushes so that when I drag across, they're going to be spaced out nice and evenly. I can adjust the spacing to however much you want them to be spaced out at, and you can also adjust the angle. Maybe I want the leaves to be at a slight angle. They're falling from the sky, you know, they're not going to be perfectly straight, vertical, and horizontal. They can be angled, and you can also adjust the roundness, which kind of smushes it and just takes away the whole leaf effect anyway. We also have scattering. What this does is it scatters everything, kind of like gravity. It just removes it from that straight line. And it's going to randomize a scatter. You can also choose the count, how many you want. Count jitter if you have a count set. You have texture, and you can choose different textures. Change the mode to whatever mode you feel comfortable with. In this case, it's multiply. And what this is doing is just applying a texture to the leaf to make it look a little bit even more realistic. So we can add different textures, whatever makes the leaf look better. You can also adjust the scale and so on. We also have dual brush, and what this does is, let's say I selected the leaf and I want to select this grass now. What the grass is doing is it's actually going inside of our original brush. So this grass is going inside this leaf, adding, maybe could add some veins. I guess you can change the mode, and you can basically see what it's doing. Alright, and we also have color dynamics, which we can set our foreground and background color jitter. So let's set a foreground color of brown, and another kind of brown, maybe this time a little bit lighter. Click OK. And we can change the foreground and background jitter, which is going to set how much our colors are going to vary. And I'm actually going to just, bring this up a little bit more so you can see the drastic change in color. And we also have transfer, which randomizes the opacity, which is nice. So if I can draw out my my leaves here, and each leaf is going to have a different opacity. You can also play around with the noise, wet edges makes it look a little bit different, airbrush, smoothing, and so on. Alright, so I'm going to show you another feature here. Let's go into our little custom shape tool. And what's Valentine's Day is coming up, so let's create a heart. Let's create a nice looking heart here. Transparent background. We can right click, rasterize layer. Then go to image, trim, top left pixel color, click OK. And what that did is just trimmed our canvas to the image here. Then we can go to edit, define brush preset, choose heart, click OK. Now open a new document here. Click OK. Go to our brushes, and now we have this little heart here, which is nice. Click. There's our heart. We can go back into our brush presets. The brush tip shape. You can also decrease the size. I'm going to decrease it a little bit here. Go to shape dynamics. We have our size jitter, which is nice. I'm going to play around with that. Angle jitter. I'm going to kind of create a little angle there. We'll just leave all the rest the same. Scattering. Let's add a little bit of scattering. Let's let them float. Maybe add a little bit more. Let them float some more. And then color dynamics. Let's choose a dark red to white. Wait, maybe not white. Maybe a really light red. Then go to transfer, and let's set an opacity jitter. Alright, and now all I have to do is draw out some hearts here. And you can see there you have some cool looking floating hearts with various angles, opacity, colors, and so on. It's just random, and that's another cool feature you can do with the brush tool. So there you have it. Some advanced brush techniques done in Photoshop. And if you're looking to follow me on Twitter, you can go ahead and do so. Also check out the website robertsproductions.net. Subscribe to this channel for weekly Photoshop tutorials and other various software tutorials. If you have questions, please email me, robert@robertsproductions.net. I hope this helped. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.